but that's not good.
Well, control yourself is not possible. It's not possible. It's not control yourself. It's when they calm down from the emotion, you can say, hey, you can learn to choose to react differently to it, because you can. We can control our reaction, but we can't control that desire to react came up, because that's a craving for something. That's an expression. It needs to come out. So you can't tell a person to stop expressing themselves. Then you say, you label someone as, you got a problem. You got to take pills, because that's the way we're going to solve this problem. And like, okay, I am messed up. Let me take this pill, and that's what we do. And what the world is waking up to today is that's not the solution. It's not the solution.
Could you use anger as an example? You feel like you're punching a hole through drywall. You feel that.
So what we talked about before, so I'll tell you, what you also want to understand is, why do I have anger? We talked about this earlier in the shir, but the idea of why I have anger is always coming from, when it's expressed in its unhealthy form, is because someone has challenged my identity. And the moment they challenge my identity, I get angry. Why? Because I only get angry because I don't really know who I am. Because if I knew who I was, I wouldn't get challenged. I wouldn't feel anger. When someone says you're a loser, or they give me that idea that they think I'm a loser, I cannot get angry about that if I know who I am. But when I don't know who I am, and they challenge that, I'm going to get angry, because I got to show you who you are. I got to show you who I am. I got to put you in your place.
When someone gets offended, basically.
Yes.
When someone says to them, it comes from a place of not knowing who they are.
Yes. Yeah.
There's nothing to do about it other than feel it.
Well, okay, so there's nothing, so that's a good question. So what do I do? So what's the actual process of what we do? So in a workshop, what we teach is known as the 4 quarters in the past, or the outside the box process, is where I really let the feeling be, because that's what needs to happen always. The problem is I don't want to let the feeling be. I want to say it's bad. I want to say it's unhealthy. I want to say it's wrong, because that's what my parents told me. Why? Because they couldn't handle my feelings. They couldn't handle what I was going through. So I'm just perpetuating the problem by relabeling it as the wrong way, not realizing that it's a communication. So I can give it space, because if my mother would have given me space and my father would have given me space to feel my feelings and to go through it and to just be okay with it, teach me how to be okay with my feelings, teach me how to access that I can handle and experience anything and not shut it down, then what I would have done was, I would today have a feeling that comes up and be able to just sit there and breathe into it and feel it, hold space for it, and let it pass through me. And know that this was just something that needed to be communicated to me, because I wasn't meeting one of my primal drives, which could be connection, being a somebody, having success, and so on and so forth, what we talked about earlier. So when I'm not meeting those needs, or when those needs weren't met for me growing up, I'm going to have an unhealthy way of meeting those needs, and I'm going to have an unhealthy way of expressing myself when someone challenges me in those areas that are weak. And the level on top of that, which we have spoken about in the past, is a lot of people numb themselves. Some people are very strong and they can numb themselves easier because they just have better coping mechanisms internally. And some people just literally spend all their time being brain dead. Literally. Like, look at your phone and see how many hours you spend on it and what you spend it on. It's right in front of you. They're giving it to you today. They're handing you a silver flippin' platter. Like, see the damn message. What are you doing with your life? And it's okay. It's fine. But what you're doing when you're doing that is you're not feeling. And when you're not feeling, you're blocking your soul from expressing itself. Because we don't really have problems in life, and this is my belief, is we have feelings that we don't want to feel. That's it. That's game over. That's all it is. The reason we don't want to feel them is because we don't know how to let it come in and express it, because it's really intense. And it didn't work out well in the past. It just didn't. If it did, you'd have no problem. So we can start admitting to ourselves, I don't know how to feel my feelings. Okay, what do you want to do about it? You want to still live from that place of wasting your life on your phone? Some people even pick up a phone while they're in a shiur. They'll do it because the message is too intense. They don't want to hear it. That's the way people operate. We just unconsciously go to those things. We like, turn off. I can't hear this message. It's too intense for me. Holy. And we go there. It's like so powerful. The emotion is so powerful. It guides us into those unconscious patterns. It says, go, turn off, shut off. It's crazy. Don't do that. Don't go there. And you're running away from yourself. That's all we're doing.